Jumatatu. Jumatatu. That means today is Monday. Habari za hasaburi. Karibu ni umbani wangu. Zetu kuja na mimi. Kula chakula miji baridi. Kuvuta kiti. Kachini. Kumpumzika unakaribishwa. Jifurahishe. Yeah, today is Jumatatu. Jumatatu. Yesterday was Jumapili. So Jumapili is Sunday. That was yesterday. Jumatatu is Monday. That's today. Sawa za mani. Yeah, I see the asshole is live right now. I see that the asshole Rich is live right now. This man is a loser. This man is a loser. I can't believe a woman would waste her time marrying somebody like him. I don't believe he's married. I believe what I saw on the YouTube streets about him over a year ago. I believe that picture of him. I still believe that picture. You know, that is never going to leave my image or my eyes on how the way man does not care for his own fucking home. He does not care for his home. He does not respect his home. He does not respect his family. He does not give a fuck about his family. He doesn't even care about his own fucking self. He just comes on here trying to prove an empty point that he doesn't need to prove to anybody. Point he doesn't need to prove to anybody. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, we got a clown that's live right now, a Makundu. Another payaso, another pendejo, another vato, another piece of shit on the YouTube streets, another piece of basura for real, on the YouTube streets. He ain't the only one. He ain't the fucking only one. Shout out to the chat. Everybody knows. Everybody knows what kind of person Rich is. Everybody knows. So I don't even know why motherfuckers even go over there and support his bullshitting ass. I don't know how many people he got in his fucking chat. And it's the same ones that complained that he rejected all of them not too long ago. Didn't he block all the rabbits? Didn't he say he didn't want to be a rabbit no more? But he got a whole rabbit audience. People got a fishbowl memory in his fucking sector. In his whole fucking sector. Didn't he denounce that he was a rabbit? But we all know it is what it is. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I can't believe it. People will actually waste time watching someone like that. I bet you now. I'm gonna tell you my honest opinion about a lot of these men that's on these YouTube streets. Doesn't matter how many times I go live. I'm not sitting there for no 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours talking about absolutely nothing. This man comes on the fucking platform with some bullshit notion about himself. He's disrespectful towards certain people in his fucking sector. And I'm not siding with Fenici or nothing like that, because in my eyes, Fenici is a weirdo. But Fenici did have a point about Rich. People should have paid attention to that. People should have paid attention to it. Because the way he treated Fenici behind the scenes, that's how he treats other people on this platform. People need to have common sense about them. Why would you support someone or follow someone that has absolutely no regards for you, no respect for you, doesn't value you as a person? Doesn't. He thinks everything's a fucking joke. Piece of shit motherfucker. What's up, Miss V? Good morning. Yeah, I'm talking about that Makundu Rich right now. That son of a bitch nigga over there. The nigga with the nigga naps over there. That's what I call dreads. Nigger naps. Niggas need to comb their hair. Niggas need to cut that shit off. Look like bunch of bitches. That's what it looked like. I guess everybody forget about who Pete Burns is. A lot of people don't remember Pete Burns. I'm going to tell you who Pete Burns was. Pete Burns was a musician. He was a singer that came from England. He came from England. He had Jewish roots. Now, I don't know what kind of childhood he had, but he did describe his mother as being someone that was in need of some kind of intervention and help. I'm gonna put it like that. The woman was very suicidal, and he lived in constant fear that one day he would wake up in the morning or he would come home from school and the mother wouldn't be there anymore. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to the chat. Pete Burns grew up. He grew up in whatever situation he grew up in. He became a singer during the 80s. I remember him singing during the 80s. And one of his hit songs was You Spin Me Around Like a Record Baby. You spin me around like a record baby. Shout out to the YouTube street. Shout out to the chat. A lot of people don't remember Pete Burns. A lot of people don't remember that song, but I remember that song, and I remember that music video that they came out with during the early part of the 1980s. This is when MTV started getting off the ground. A lot of people don't know what MTV is. A lot of people don't know what cable is. These are things that took place during a certain time period of my childhood, of my life. I was born in 1973, so I grew up during the 80s. By the time 1983 came around, I was 10 years old, okay? So by the time I moved down south, I was 15. By the time I the penitentiary, I was 22 years old. When I got out of the penitentiary, I was 28. I'm 52 right now. My birthday is next month. Matter of fact, my birthday is in the next, 32 days. I will be 53 years old. Shout out to the chat. But I remember Pete Burns, and I remember Pete Burns used to wear his hair very long. I remember the singers that came out during the 70s and during the 80s. A lot of them, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people got a fishbowl memory. A lot of people got a fishbowl memory. During the 70s and 80s, a lot of the male singers at that time used to wear high heels, used to wear fluffed hair, or they wore wigs, and they wore makeup. They wore tight fit clothing. They looked like bitches. They really looked like bitches, but on a masculine level. On a masculine level. Only thing you have to imagine is me wearing a wig and putting on some lipstick. That's all. That is what I'm talking about. But they were more beautiful. You know what I mean? 10 times beautiful. They were beautiful as being men. But I remember them all wearing long hair. I remember that very distinctly. I remember people questioning Prince whether or not he was gay or not, because he had a lot of androgynous looks about him. He looked very androgynous. He didn't look like a man to me. He looked like a mixture of a man and a bitch. Nobody talks about Prince. Nobody talks about Prince in this sector. Shout out to the chat. They criticize me. They criticize a woman like me, but they neglect to mention that they used to worship men that look like bitches. They neglect to mention that. They don't mention it at all. But I bet you if you ask some of these male YouTube creators, oh, who was your favorite singer during the 80s? A lot of them are going to mention Michael Jackson. A lot of them are going to mention Prince. A lot of them are going to mention James Brown. A lot of them are going to mention, what was that other fella that sang Tutti Rudy Fruity? That fruit ball. A lot of people going to mention Rick James. A lot of people going to mention those men. And what they don't seem to know and what they don't seem to understand, a lot of those men were booty bandits. A lot of them. We got a lot of men running around here worshiping somebody named Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson had talked with a high-pitched voice for years. Nobody thought that was strange. Nobody thought that was fucking strange. See, people don't know how to use their critical thinking. People don't know how to ask questions. I ask questions. And Rich puts me in the mindset of what it was during the 1980s when men, the so-called men, were singing their rock music, their heavy metal, their pop, their soft pop. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to the chat. And people thought, well, you know, rap music was different. Rap music was this. Rap music was that. We had such and such an art. How do you know half of them wasn't gay? How? How do you know? People don't fucking know. Yeah, man. Think about it. When you get a chance, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the people that are here. And shout out to the people that catch the replay. And shout out to the people that's in the fucking bushes. Because we got a lot of bush watchers right now, Mrs. V. I bet you by the time I end this fucking video, we would already had over 20 people that came through in the chat but didn't typically type. But let's talk about it. I want everybody, when you get a chance, I want everybody to go on the YouTubes and pull up every album that Prince came out with. From beginning to the end. And tell me you don't see this man wearing high heels. Tell me you don't see this man wearing tight clothing. You don't see this man wearing tight pants. I guess everybody forgot about that public performance he did a couple of years ago where the back of his pants were cut out and all you saw were his fucking butt cheeks. That wasn't to attract women, ladies. He might have married that bitch a couple of years ago, but on the real note, was he truly heterosexual? Men hang around too much with men to be heterosexual in my fucking eyes. Thank you, Miss V. Miss V, drop my Cash App if you can. Cash App information. Thank you. I have to walk out of here about what 3:30, almost a quarter to 4 this morning, because I gotta get downtown to try to see if I can get on a work ticket this morning. Yeah, the dispatch office will be open this morning for whatever. I don't know why they're gonna be open today. I really don't know why they're gonna be open today. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going down there to see what's going on, what's going to be happening, what's going to be popping. They were open on Martin Luther King Day, but I didn't go down there on Martin Luther King Day because I don't go on days that my heroes are being celebrated. A shout out to the YouTube streets. This is still Black History Month. This is still Black History Month. Yeah, people need to look that up for Black History. Pull up all these effeminate looking dudes, all these dudes that were wearing high heels, tight pants, they're wearing fucking makeup, getting their hair done like they bitches, wearing fingernails. People don't talk about that. People look at Rick James, oh, well, he wore braids for years. That's faggot hairstyle. That's a faggot hairstyle. But people want to talk about me. They want to talk about how I dress, but they don't want to talk about their fucking heroes that they worshiped for years, running around here looking like bitches with dicks. They don't want to talk about that. You know what I wish I would have asked is when I went up there when he was talking the stuff he was talking. I wish I could have asked Sis that particular night, who did you listen to on the radio when you were growing up? For real, for real. Did you ever worship Michael Jackson or any of them? I bet you if you ask half of the YouTube creators in this fucking sector who they listened to on the radio during the 80s, during the 90s, who did their parents listen to, you're going to get the same answer. Thank you, Mrs. V. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, man. Me personally, when I see a man with long hair, I automatically, in my mind, something clicks. That this ain't really a man. This is a female. Because we don't live in the caves of Europe, okay? Nobody in the black community lives in the caves of Europe. Nobody. So why is these men wearing long hair? Why? We don't live in ancient Egyptian times. This is not ancient Hebrew times. This is not the times of the Roman Empire when the Roman Empire first started off in the world. Why do these men wear their fucking hair long? For real, for real. Why do they wear their hair long? I really don't understand that. Now they say, now in New York, right? Mr. V, I want you to listen very closely. And everyone that's in the goddamn bushes, I want you to listen very closely. In New York, a haircut, when you go to a barber now in New York, in New York City, and you're paying for a haircut, you're paying between $20 and $50 a haircut, depending on where you're going and depending on who you're dealing with. Shout out to the chat. I remember back in the day where a haircut might have been what, $8. I remember when certain haircuts was $10. Now all of a sudden, all these barbers want all this high price money just to sit up there and cut someone hair. But they're doing more than hair cutting. They're doing more than removing hair follicles. They're doing more than shaving. These men, now they're twisting hair, they're braiding hair, they're cornrowing hair, they're putting in extensions. Yeah, a lot of men are running around here with lace fronts. Yeah, we got a lot of men in the real world that run around here with wigs and lace fronts. What the fuck is going on with these fucking men? For real, for real. When motherfuckers' dreads pop off, they know how to save their fucking dreads so they can get them reattached. I ain't never seen so much effeminate energy running around as I do now. Yeah, a lot of men are wearing, they call it a man unit. I call it a wig. I call it a lace front for men. Yeah, we got a lot of men running around here wearing wigs and rugs just like the bitches. Yeah, especially if he's losing his hair. You know how many niggas on YouTube running around here talking about they got dreads and their hairline is receding? Their fucking hairline is receding. Their fucking hair is falling out. But instead of facing the truth, and instead of people being honest with them, they don't say a goddamn thing. One thing I can respect about Iceberg, at least he wears a baldy, okay? He doesn't hide the fact that he wears a baldy, okay? And a few other men in real life. You know what I mean? But you got so many of these men call themselves real manly men. They're Brutus, this and that. But on the real note, they're really sweepy. Behind closed doors, they're sweepy. We got a lot of sweepies on the YouTube streets. Fuck them niggas. Bunch of yag motherfuckers. Every time you turn around, they talking stick talk. If you go on some of these chats, that's the first thing they start talking about, some stick talk. Yeah, for real. Word is bond, man. And that's my honest opinion on the whole thing. On the whole fucking thing. People criticize me and the way I dress and the way I represent myself, but when they were all teenagers and in their 20s and pre-teens, they were worshiping motherfuckers like Prince. They were worshiping motherfuckers like Michael Jackson. They were worshiping motherfuckers like James Brown. James Brown wore his hair like a bitch for years. And from what I understand, as he got older, that wasn't his natural hair. That man was wearing a fucking wig. And the man was wearing high heels, and the man was wearing tight pants. And they got the fucking nerve to talk about Arabia Barbosa. They got the fucking nerve to complain about my baseball caps. They got a fucking nerve to complain about my do-rags. They got a fucking nerve to talk about anything about me. Because I'm transparent. I show people what my life is. These motherfuckers, nowadays, they won't even camera up for 5 minutes. You can go all through my channel and see me cameraed up. Even my avatar looks like me. Fuck out of here. Yeah, that's the way I see it, man. That's the way I see it. I don't have long to do this video. I just came in real quick to do this video real quick. Let me see what time it is. Hold on. It's 2 minutes to 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 minutes to 2 o'clock in the morning. Today is Monday. Yeah. Jumatatu. Jumatatu. I'm saying it in Swahili. Jumatatu. Today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. Jumapili. Jumapili. Sunday. Yesterday was Sunday. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah. What? I'm doing just fine. I'm just mad because I see people with a fishbowl memory in this fucking sector. All these people got fishbowl memory. And people get mad at me because I don't have a fishbowl memory. I don't have a fishbowl memory. And you know what? I don't mean no harm. People liked it better when I was drinking the 211 and this and that every day, every week, every month. You know, people really liked me when I was really like that. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Let's be honest. Motherfuckers can't stand it because they can't control me anymore. Motherfuckers can't stand it because they can't manipulate me anymore. Motherfuckers can't stand it because they can't gaslight me no more. Motherfuckers, this is the real Arabia Barbosa. The true BT 1000. And I don't have to bow down to none of you YouTube creators in this fucking sector. Fuck you. You want to know how to spell it in Swahili? It's the same way how you say it, Mrs. V. Hold on. Mrs. V. Today is Monday, right? And then the way you would say it in Swahili, you would say Jumatatu. Jumatatu is Jumatatu. 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 Monday. Hasaburi. Jumatatu. Hasaburi is Monday morning. So if I was to say, well, good morning, it's Monday, or it's Monday, good morning, I would be like, Habari za Hasaburi. That means, hello, it's good morning, or news to you, good morning. And then when I would say, Like today's date, like today's day, I would say Jumatatu Hasaburi. Habari Jumatatu Hasaburi. Yeah. So yeah, that's how you say Monday. And how you say Sunday, you would say Jumapili. Jumapili. So Sunday is spelled in Swahili Jumapili. Jumapili. That's Sunday. Jumatatu. That's Monday. And I'm saying it to you in Swahili. Yeah. Yeah. Basically. So I spelled it for you how to do it. Yeah. I just don't say, well, today is. I don't say, well, today is in Swahili. I know how to say it, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna say what today is and keep going on with the video. Yeah, that's how you write down those words. Write down those words. Today is Monday. In Swahili is Juma Tatu. Jumatatu. The way I'm saying it is the way you would write it. Just like if I was to come out and say, Roll Rich is an anus, and I wanted to say it in Swahili, I would say, Ro Rich. And then I would say the rest of the words, or I wouldn't even say his name. I would say Yeye ni Mukundu. Yeye ni Mukundu. Ro Rich ni Mukundu. Ro Rich is a anus. Yeah, I said it. Ain't nobody else said it. I fucking said it. That fucking loser, that fucking lame. And people got the nerve to be rabbits. And in his fucking chat, I guess they forgot what he said about the damn rabbits. And he is not a rabbit. People get it twisted. I heard Bishop one time called Ro Rich a rabbit. Ro Rich is not a fucking rabbit. I don't care who his homeboy is. Ro Rich is not a rabbit. He didn't go through the rabbit trials. I'm going to put it like this. For any Kwamite, anybody that was following KB at that particular time, this a couple of years ago, and they separated from Kwame Brown, they became the rabbits. They went through a thing called the rabbit trials. If you wasn't part of that group that was a part of the rabbit trials, you are not a rabbit. Let's get that straight. And I don't understand how anyone can put anybody at anything. This is YouTube's. YouTube is for everyone. It's just that it's not a good idea to follow anyone on this app. It's not a good idea to be a follower. It's a good idea to be independent and to have your own mindset and not become zombified. It's okay to support people because I supported the rabbits for years. I was a rabbit supporter for years, but that didn't stop me from being Soda Nation. I never liked the Kwamites. Okay, the Kwamites are, believe it or not, are the children, are the YouTube children of Soda Nation. You're the YouTube children of Team Tommy. Let's not get that twisted. Because we were here first, before any other group. Fucking niggas. You should do Swahili Sundays and Saturdays and teach different words. Half of them, yo, Miss V, that sounds wonderful, but half of the people in this sector don't want to know nothing else but English. Half of the people in the sector got a problem when they hear me speak Spanish or Swahili. A lot of them do. And you know why they got a problem with it? Because they can't fucking do it. That's why. They get mad at me because they can't fucking do what the fuck I do. That sounds like a good idea, but me personally, Mrs. V, I don't feel like doing it. My attention span don't go to teaching people that don't really want to learn shit. For real, for real. And I don't got time. I'd rather leave people in the dust than to have them. I'll translate what I be saying. If people don't pay attention to when I speak the Swahili and how I translate, then to hell with them. They can kufa too, for all I care. Only thing I gotta say to my haters in Swahili, kuwa makini. Kuwa makini means be careful with me. Or should I say it in Spanish? Cuidado conmigo. Cuidado conmigo. Be careful with me. To all my haters, cuidado conmigo. No carajo conmigo. Coño. How about that? Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, Mrs. V. You understand? I thank you very much for understanding. Yeah, but we got a lot of people in this sector that get fishbowl memories. They don't have a fucking memory. Got a bunch of zombified fools in the sector. It's okay to work. It's okay to like people. I'm gonna put it like this. It's okay to like people. It's okay to like who you like. It's okay to support who you want to support. But it's also okay not to have a fishbowl memory. It is also okay not to be a sheeple. It is also okay not to be a fucking follower. Word. That's the way I look at shit. That's the way I see things. There's other people in this sector that don't see things like the way I do. I don't know how they call themselves fucking adults. So I'm starting to think half of these fucks are not adults over here. Half of these fucks are children. They got children like minds. Yeah, I'm telling the truth this morning about this shit. Yeah, we only had a few ghost watchers this morning, Miss V. Just like I said, I know when I end this video, when I press the end button, it's gonna show me a certain amount of people was in the chat. And you know what? When I do my short video before I leave out of here this morning, I'll write down in the video how many people were ghost watching, how many people were sitting in the bushes. Motherfuckers are too afraid to type into the fucking chat. But they ain't afraid to type in other people's chat. They ain't afraid to vote on a poll session where people are worried about who the fuck in my DMs, who the fuck in my DMs, who the fuck talk to me. Don't worry about the people worry about all the wrong things. I ain't never gonna forget that. I forgive it, but I don't never forget it. I don't forget how people cross me. on this YouTube platform. I don't forget that. Shout out to you, Mrs. V. Bless your heart. Yeah, we got the same old, same old. I guess we got the same old coming for today. And how to say that in Swahili is sawa samani. Sawa zamani. That's SAWA. That's sawa. So that's one word. Zamani is ZAMANI. And basically, it means the same old, same old that be happening in these YouTube streets. Ni kuchoka. Ni kuchoka means it's a bore on these YouTube streets, because that's all people do is reaction videos. That's all people do is take material that coming from other people's channels that belong to other people, and they do these things called reaction videos, where there's actually no such a thing as doing a reaction video about someone that's on the YouTube street. Do a reaction video against the doxers. Do that. I would love for people in this sector to expose all the motherfuckers that go around doxing people. That's what I would like for them to do. Expose that. Do a reaction video about that. Ain't nobody gonna do it. Because I named some doxers in my video yesterday. I named some doxers in my video yesterday. Armando Black, he's a doxer. Ears to the Street is a doxer. Just like that Clara Booker channel is a doxing channel. Kwame Brown is a doxer. Yeah. And most of the people that was riding with Kwame Brown back in the day, or they riding with Kev Lowe, is a doxer. Yeah, let's not forget that Kev Lowe recently doxed Farmer Nancy and her friend not too long ago. Yeah, we got a lot of people in this fucking sector talking about, oh no, I'm just giving out information. No, they be doxing motherfuckers. That's weak. That's pathetic. It's disgusting. It's shameful. And nobody in this fucking sector opens up their fucking mouth about all these fucking doxers. The only way you should be doxing someone is someone had already doxed you. Good morning, Simset. Good morning, Just Jay. Good morning, good morning. So we got Mrs. V, we got Simset, we got Just Jay. And we got some ghost watchers. I know when I end this video, it's like just okay, Just Jay. I went live yesterday, right? I went live yesterday afternoon. You know, it was 56 people that came through here. They didn't type in the chat, but they came through. I don't care if they watched 1 minute, 2 minutes. It's a view. It's a view. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. And then, because when I ended the video, it showed me over 50 people had came through. But when the video published itself, it will show, maybe 23 views, 24 views. That's how you know mugs be watching from a Discord somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Just Jay. Yeah, but when the video itself is actually published, it showed me like 23, maybe 24 views or whatever on the video that I did yesterday. Cause you moderated yesterday. So it showed me like when it publishes itself, when it's finished proceeding or whatever, processing, it shows me a certain amount. But I already know the truth. Cause you know people be streaming other people's videos. You know that, right? I thought they couldn't do it without your permission, but motherfuckers be streaming other people's videos. Or they be watching, or like I said, there be a lot of people watching from the bushes or watching from the sky and so-called clouds because they too afraid to tippity type in the fucking chat. So we got a lot of cowards. And they only watching me to spy. They're only watching me to be a plant somewhere. Yeah, we got a lot of them and on these YouTube streets. Thanks, Just Jay. Thank you for hitting the like button. Yeah, I appreciate everyone at Coco Tassel, that like button. I appreciate everyone that does that. Everyone that hits the like button, I appreciate that. Because this is a vertical video, they would have to double tap the screen. That's what they would have to do. Yeah. So I was doing some experiments on my avatar right here. I was doing some experiments on my avatar right here. And I found out that there's a lot you can do with your avatar. I found out there's a lot you can do with your avatar. Especially when you press that button, extend with AI, and it'll give you like 3 different suggestions on what could happen to your pictured avatar, and then it does it. You know, if you press like I need X, Y, and Z to happen for this avatar, it does it. And then you can record it and then put it on your wall. Yeah. Yeah, they can stream. They can stream. So I don't know who's streaming. But they better stream what I be saying too. And it's my opinion. This is my words. These are my opinions, my private thoughts, my random thoughts about certain so-called YouTube creators in the sector, certain people in the sector. How they question me, I just can't get over it. Motherfuckers question me because of how I dress, right? How I carry myself. It's not hurting them. It's not taking nothing away from them. It doesn't put them in a box. But they don't mention how they used to follow motherfuckers like Prince and some of those early singers from the 70s and 80s and 50s and 60s, the same ones that was running around here with women hairstyles, the same ones that was walking around for years and years wearing tight fitting pants and high heels. It's a known fact that Prince wore high heels, and it's a known fact that James Brown wore high heels. Both of those dudes wore high heels. James Brown, towards the end of his life, even during the middle of his career, he wore what? A fucking wig. But people want to criticize me because of the way I dress and the way I carry myself. They want to criticize me. Do they ever criticize the women that fuck with dudes that dress up like the way I say? And then let's also talk about how there's a lot of drag queens out here in the real world. A lot of people don't realize it. There's a lot of drag queens, men that professionally dress up like women to make money. They're on a stage somewhere. They're dancing, they're singing, they're lip singing, they're doing different performances, and they're making money. And half of those men, those drag queen men, are fathers and grandfathers. But you don't hear me though. What's up, Draco? Yeah. Yeah. That avatar can be transformed into different things. If you go on, I would say if you go on some of my short videos, you will see where that avatar, if you extend it with AI or whatever, you can even do it with your own avatar. It will change it. It will just enhance it a little bit. You know what I mean? Word. It's still me though. Khadijah, one of my subscribers, she designed most of my avatars. I don't use the other avatars. Matter of fact, I gotta refine all of them. But most of the avatars that I do have, if it doesn't have a drawing that she designed, I usually like to show my own self. Whether I'm wearing a baseball cap, whether I'm wearing a do-rag, whether I'm smoking a cigarette or cigar, it does not matter. Because all my avatars are going to have my image on it, going to have my face. I know that's right, Mr. V. Shout out to the chat. Yes, Sim said, yeah. Oh, just Jay, I didn't see your comment where you say, Arabia, why are you up so early? Because just Jay, I gotta get ready to leave out of here. Let's see. What time is it, just Jay? Matter of fact, oh, it's 2:25. I got 5 minutes to end this video. This is control yard movement. This is control yard movement. 5 minutes, this video will be ending. In 5 minutes, this video will be ending. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. This is your home girl. Barbosa. AKA the BT1000, AKA the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, AKA Lucy the Vampire, AKA the German Shepherd and the goddamn broom. Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah. The YouTube. The YouTubes. I think in Swahili, the way I say it now is the way they say it in Swahili. I know that's the way they say it in Spanish. And they don't change the word. They don't change the word YouTube. It's the actual name. YouTube. The YouTubes. You know, I started saying it, the YouTubes, because of brown skin lady. That's how brown skin lady. Shout out to brown skin lady. Ain't nobody can take her place. Nobody. I haven't found a YouTube creator that can take brown skin lady place. Not one person. Not one woman. Because when brown skin lady, I think I told the story before. When brown skin lady came to the YouTubes, she was like a moderator in certain chats, right? And she was at different chats all over these YouTube streets. And then one day she just decided, hey, to start her own channel. So brown skin lady got 2 channels, right? And I think both of those channels are monetized channels. So brown skin lady doesn't go live like the way she used to. But I remember the days. Ooh-wee! I remember the days when brown skin lady. Let me just say this. She was very entertaining. She's still entertaining. The way she be talking and the way she expresses herself and the way she talks about shit, yo, that shit be having me laughing. That shit be hilarious how brown skin lady breaks down certain shit to you. You know what I mean? Shout out to Moonlight. Moonlight, she does what she does. I love Moonlight. It is what it is. 27 Darren, shout out to her. Miss 504, shout out to her. Yeah. Empress Lonnie One Love, shout out to her. Soulfly, No Lie, the realist, shout out to her. Queen Regina, shout out to her. Sister T, shout out to her. You know what I mean? I see some people in the sector that actually go over there to where T be at. You know what I mean? Sister T. Shout out to the chat. I need to say anything more, anything less. I learned new word. Cocotazo. Cocotazo. Yeah, cocotazo. Yeah, you'll hear me say that word. It's a Spanish phrase. It means to hit someone. It means to strike someone with your knuckles in their head, in their face. Cocotazo, 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 cocotazo. Yeah. Cocotazo, the Qualmites. Yeah. Cocotazo, Kwame Brown. Yeah. Cocotazo, 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 cocotazo. Yeah. Cocotazo. Yeah. Cocotazo. It's spelled COCOTAZO. 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 Like if I was to describe some of the male YouTube creators in the sector that I don't like, I would be like mentiroso, payaso, mentiroso, payaso, mentiroso, payaso. Then I'd be like, cocotazo, cocotazo, cocotazo. They must be vanquished. Yeah, I'd be like that. I'd be on them. I'd be on that note. Yeah, you like to, okay. What a question. You mean what a question, or how do I say I have a question? What a question? Que pregunta? Que pregunta? If I was to say, oh, I have a question, I would, like, let's say if I would say, oh, I got a question. Excuse me, I have a question for you. I would say it in Spanish because I don't know how to say it in Swahili. So I'd be like, disculpa. Yo tengo una pregunta para ti. Yo tengo una pregunta para ti. What question? ¿Qué preguntas? ¿Qué preguntas? ¿Cómo preguntas? ¿Qué diablo? ¿Qué preguntas? Yeah, so it's different ways to say different things in different languages. Mrs. V thinks I should do videos on Saturday and Sunday, giving, I guess I don't know, maybe teaching people how to speak Swahili. They would only learn the basics. They would only learn the basics because everybody don't have a swift mind. You know what I mean? Some people they won't. I mean, for me, like I like let's say I'm walking down the street, right? Let's say I get up and take a shower and I change in my clothes. I'm already thinking about what I'm doing or what I'm getting ready to do. I'm already thinking either in Spanish or Swahili about what I need to do this morning. That's what I'm already thinking about. I'm already thinking about what my response is going to be if I don't get a certain income today. That's what I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? Because I got to go to work this week and I got to go to work next week because by the end of the month, if I don't do these things, my money going to be short. My money going to be short. What can be left? I don't know. I don't know. Just Jay. I don't know. Oh, it's 2:34. It's 2:34 in the morning. So I'm gonna have to close out this video because I gotta jump in the shower and change into my clothes and get ready to get the fuck out of here by at least by 3:30. Cause the other day I walked out of here about a quarter to 4. Quarter to 4. Yeah. So can't do that this morning. So I guess I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank y'all for coming over. I want to thank y'all for supporting the channel. I hope y'all have an awesome day. Enjoy your holiday. For those of you that celebrate this holiday and don't have to work today, enjoy your day. Peace. Thanks everyone for coming over. One.